Hemperley, aka Bolt Speederman, and real legend at Day in the Dirt. Pat's fresh back from the 14th annual Day in the Dirt event from RedBull, Lee Designs and Fasthouse, and that was just ran November 25th, 26th, and 27th. And I think 25th was the Friday.
Yes.
And they do kind of a special thing on that Friday.
They do. They have a practice. It's called the Steve McQueen Happy Hour, to where everybody pays $20 and gets to practice, and all that money goes to homes for wayward boys. Steve McQueen was in a home like that as a young man, and used to always give back to homes like that. And Kenny Alexander, with Day in the Dirt, wants to be able to continue to do that for Steve McQueen's foundation.
Fantastic. How many years have you attended Day in the Dirt? Yeah?
This year was my 10th year.
10 years.
10 years of driving down to California. It's been in all kinds of different locations. This year again it was at Paula. I had to keep getting told that it wasn't Pala, it was Paula. Just south of Temecula, and that's where they hold the last national for the AMA motocross every year. And
what is this Day in the Dirt event, and as a rider, what does it mean to you?
It's an event like no other. It's for me, it's it's my Super Bowl. It's my World Series. Everybody has their passions in life, and after the first year of attending this, and just it's like I said, it's just an event like no other. You go there and you bring your family and you bring your dogs, and everybody brings Christmas lights and they hang them up, and it's just friends and family and just people who just are good people who have a passion for their sport. And we joke around every year that it's a party with a little bit of motocross thrown in.
Last year, as I know, there's quite the story. You're actually helping set the events up now. Last year and this year.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Last year I raced in the 2010 Baja 1000 on a motorcycle team, and was coming back up through and had another 10 days off, and with our economy and the way it is and stuff, and I hadn't signed up for Day in the Dirt, and I stopped by, and Kenny and them had just gotten there and they were getting ready to set up the Monday before the event, and I just told them, they recognized me when I pulled in and said, yeah, we didn't see you sign up this year, what's going on? And I told them I just got in a race in Baja and was basically broke, and that if they let me help set up, and just help me out, I would do whatever. And so we went to work building the track.
Well, we are going to go back to Baja, and you'll see that in part 2. How does it feel this year to be invited to help set up probably the most prestigious motocross Grand Prix riding, racing, party, family event in Southern California and potentially in the U.S.?
Yeah, I'm part of a family, and got that explained to me this year. Got welcomed. My son and I went there this year. He helped me, go down there and set up. And Kenny Alexander puts together, like I said, an event like no other. He started something where, you go there and you race with current pros and your heroes and legends and everything and stuff. And it's truly a gift to be able to go there and just be part of that, help set up, and just see everybody every year. And you go to shake somebody's hand and they hug you. When the event starts, you have 3 days, and you need 3 weeks to be able to catch up with everybody that you see there.
Right.
It's just, the whole thing is just, it's just such an event. I can't say enough about it. Doug Henry was there this year.
Yes.
And Doug Henry, you know, has a WR450 with a bunch of YZ components on it, and he has an actual cage, and we actually had to go because we ran it in through the tunnels, which are like the steel containers, and we had to actually go and dig out the entrances and everything out because he wasn't going to be able to fit through them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had about
I didn't know that.
5 inches of clearance, so we had to go in and
Ooh.
change it. And
Yeah.
stuff. So, but yeah,
That alone is an inspirational story.
yeah, Doug Henry is definitely an inspiration. I mean, he in one of my motos, right about 4 or 5 corners from the end, he passed me, he lapped me.
Wow.
The man still has the speed, still has the passion. Just, you know, he still doesn't know how to turn it off.
Yeah.
He still turns it on.
Talking about the motos, I know last year, you won the Vet 40 to 44 moto,
Yes.
I believe it was.
Yes.
You did that riding your 650 Desert Pre-Run.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That was.
How do you think that made anybody else in the class feel?
I don't know. It was you know, a big torquey bike like that. You do a live engine start, and you know, with your hand on your helmet, and you go, and you know, once I got that thing rolling, it was gone. It was hard. The track, we make it so safe. It doesn't have doubles, so they're tabletop. So any obstacle you can't do, you can just kind of scrub it and do it better. You know, to get back on the ground. And you know, a lot of people when they go out for those races, they sprint and then they just fade. And so if you can keep a good pace, you can usually do it. There's so many fast guys in California. You're racing next to people like this year. In one of my classes, I raced with Mike Bell. He was right next to me. You know, and try to whole shot those guys. It didn't happen.
Yeah, yeah. Not even on a 650?
No, and I was on my 450 this year, and he was on a 250. Last year was, you know, a bike had 800 miles on the tires from pre-running, and just took the bags off of it.
This is a bike you did pre-run for the Baja 1000
Yeah.
last year.
Pre-ran it for the Baja, and then
So 5-6 days later, running it in a moto
Yes.
event.
running it off the rev limiter, and just trying to do everything I can to get around that track and stuff. I mean, the straightaways and stuff, I'd pass people, but
Right,
some of the jumps, there was 2 big jumps I didn't do because I didn't have the suspension for it.
right. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.